Joe, back. I'm going to show you some of my old work and some of the things that I actually had turn out okay. Um, Here, I got found some of my old work. All right, so this is stuff from well, that's grade 8. Give you an idea of what I was doing. Where did I just see the stuff that was from grade 6? This one was done in grade 6. Really bad with portions. I had a real hard time with that. In the very beginning, you can see that a lot of those pictures. And there's a horse. I'll show you how much better that got. Alright, so this is a horse that I did. Well, this one doesn't have the year on it. The year is something I have a tendency of forgetting to put on my work. But this was probably, considering where it's in, probably grade 7. And then, so grade 7, well, grade 7 and 8, I would have been around 14. And then I did this when I was around 20. So you can see, I definitely got, well, you might not be able to see because of the glare. Yeah, had pretty good detail there. So that's like 5 to 6 years later. And I got, there. That's quite a bit of improvement. And without having a proper teacher too. I did all that work picking up things from friends, family, my mother. The occasional bit that I did manage to pick up in art class, and my friends that were also artists. I'm going to do a redraw, like a challenge to like show how much better I've gotten at something. This here I did either grade 7 or grade 8. It's kind of hilarious if you look really carefully at this one, how many teeth I put in there. That's quite the size smile. Yeah. So I'm going to do a redraw on a skull to show how far I've come since the beginning. And I'm also going to do a redraw on a drawing I did of Julia Roberts. Where did that one go? Should have been right here. Me and my organizational skills. There it is. I should be able to find this picture that I took for her pretty easy. But I did this one in grade 6. It says 7A on the page because that's when I turned it in as an art class project. We had to hand in 5 drawings a week. So I just grabbed a lot of ones that I'd already had done. And I know that I did this one in grade 6 without a doubt because this was the very first female I drew. And that stuck in my head. And I also clearly remember working on it during class when the teacher was teaching something at the front of the room. So I know that I did that in grade 6, so I did this when I was around 12. So it'll be interesting to see how much better I do on this one. So these two, I'm giving myself the challenge of redrawing these 2 photos. Now this is just a generic skull, so I'm just going to find something to take from some along those lines and do that. But this, I'm going to actually take the time to try to find that photo on the internet and redraw from that. And I'm hoping to have them done within a day or 2, and I'll have it posted. I'm not currently intending to draw these while I have the camera running because I'm still not thinking that I'm really the best choice to be teaching somebody because I still have so many tidbits of information missing from my own skill set. Okay. My daughter's koala is keeping us company with her little monkey. So I'll do the drawings and I'll post them and I'll wait and I'll see if I get any traction. Anybody is interested in giving me opinions on what they think or things that I could try to do to improve. And I don't know, maybe someday I'll feel secure enough to be able to video something as I'm doing it as a tutorial. Because I know that I have the talent. I just don't know that I have the means to explain what I do or why I do it that way, or if there's a step that I'm missing that I should maybe be doing instead or do something differently for it to be more effective. I'd be interested in feedback from people to figure out those sorts of things. But that's my early years. Oh, I did also want to show this one too. This one. I don't know why I bothered framing this one, but I did. This is actually taken from an ad that I found in a magazine. But if you look carefully at the girl, the proportions there are way off. Her size of her foot and the size of her face, I mean, she'd have to be extremely slender and extremely tall for that to be accurate. So the tub, the whole thing should have been shrunk down a little bit this way. If I could find this photo, the original, then I would try a redraw on it. But I have no idea what this ad was for, and I don't remember what book or magazine I got it out of, because a lot of times I would just find a magazine that had a picture in it, and I would just, take off with it for however long, and then bring it back. Like, my parents had all kinds of magazines, so I have no idea where it came from. Yeah, I guess that is all for today that I'm going to say. And I'll be back as soon as I get those two challenges done for myself to give you an idea of how far along I've come. And then, after I've done that, I think I'll start showing you some of my newer portraits and talk a little bit more about my tools and what I use in that regard. So that's it for now.